In addition to this tech channel, I also run a travel channel where we do a lot of family vlogs with myself, my husband, and my two kids. And one question I get a lot is, how do I get authentic moments of my children? And I'll tell you that it's not easy. But there are three techniques that I find tend to work better than others. They don't always work, but I want to share them with you if you are in a similar situation where you might have a little one that you want to try to capture more authentic moments of.
Yeah. Oh, killers.
So I thought of this subject today in particular because we're here in Bulgaria visiting my husband's family, and we're here on the seacoast in Baltic, and we went to go visit this botanical garden, and it's beautiful. I actually remember visiting it the first time around, and so walking around, there's all these picturesque moments and so many visions that I had in my mind where I was like, if I can just get everyone to pose and stop for a minute and take a picture here, it would be an amazing picture. But of course, it's not always easy, because the minute I tell my 4-year-old especially, like, hey, let's stop and take a picture, he like runs away or makes a face. So that would be advice number one, is don't try to force a moment. Don't pose, children especially. Like, maybe some kids can take direction. I do see some kids here that actually, like, if you ask them to stop and take a picture, they'll actually do it. But my kids, they don't do that. So that's rule number one for me, is don't even imply that you're taking a photo. Try to just engage with them authentically.
Let's put our heads down.
Put your heads down. Yeah? You want to show me your hiding face? That actually leads to the second thing that I do, which is to make it playful. With my older one, if I take the pressure off of the fact that I have a camera and I want him to do something, I do what he wants to do, like turn it into a game. He gets a lot more playful and he loosens up and he doesn't run away and try to hide his face. And so you kind of have to lean into that. I would say that, when you do that, a lot of times you have to let go of these visions that you might have. Like for me in particular, I always am like, oh man, if we can just, pose everybody right here, this would be the perfect shot. And I kind of just have to let go of that, of like, maybe that's not the moment that I end up getting, but sometimes I can get something similar. And a lot of times it's better because, the expression is there, the authenticity is there. And, that leads to the third thing of, not forcing the moment, looking for other things that are related to it. Like today, I wasn't able to get some of the garden pictures that I had in mind, but instead, I actually found things I wouldn't have focused on otherwise. Like there was a little river snake swimming, and it's a little scary because I'm pretty sure it was poisonous, but it was contained. I don't think it could jump out or anything, but I was able to capture that. And a little snail that was kind of doing its thing. We found some frogs in a pond, little boy things basically. Little moments and creatures that I would never have noticed otherwise. So yeah, hopefully that helps. So, don't pose them, turn it into a game, make it fun, and take the pressure off. Of course, there's this Instagram moment or just some picturesque image that would be so perfect if you could get it. But, even if you can't, there are other things that can be captured instead. So hopefully this was helpful. The cactus?
Mommy, these are particulars.
Peticulous?
Yeah.
Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's his word for particular and ridiculous.
Oh.